Hey y'all, it's your girl Nika with Unshackled Travel coming to you from the beautiful Chattanooga, Tennessee, right here at Lookout Mountain, Ruby Falls area. I just actually left a tour, and this is me at the beginning of the tour before I walked in. And you can see you had to go up the mountain. It's only about from the entrance. It wasn't too bad of a drive into Ruby Falls. Well, it's at Lookout Mountain. So here are a few pictures of how it looks on the outside. They have a zip line, and then they have a tower where you can see greater details of Lookout Mountain. And if you have time to pause, I highly recommend you read what more history about Lookout Mountain. They also have a bookstore where you can purchase like a book and other items to give you more context of Lookout Mountain. So this is me walking in. I'm just, behind my camera. Sorry for looks like my video came out a little grainy. Not sure why, but it takes about 5 minutes or so from the parking lot where we were parked to get in. So I'm just going to kind of speed this up a little bit more. So you can purchase your ticket online and make a reservation. I was lucky enough to get in where I fit in. The prices are $28.95 or $18.95. I just wanted to try my luck. I thought if I came early enough, I could get in. This is me after purchasing the ticket. Well, I didn't really take many pictures of myself, but that's us getting on the elevator. 260 feet.
That's not how we're cycling.
That's a long. So I'm leaving my video on sound. They said 260 feet is where we went down into the cave on the elevator. So that's us going down. We had a really good tour guide, and I wish I would have remembered her name. I would have left her a tip, but I didn't have any change, or she didn't have a Cash App. So, but if you are feeling like you had a great experience, I do recommend tipping because we have a tipping culture in America. So I'm going to leave the original sound on for the most part, so you won't miss some critical moments of the video. We're just really walking in the initial part. You do want to be conscious of your height because they're like the tour guide said there is a rock with your name on it.
I'm Chase.
Hello guys, welcome to Ruby Falls. My name is Sam. I'm going to be your tour guide through the cave today. So here at Ruby Falls, we get a lot of different people from all kinds of different places, and we love to find out where everybody's coming from. I'm from Trenton, Georgia. That's like 15 minutes away from here. I was born and raised here. But enough about me. Where are you guys from?
Georgia.
Georgia. You?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta.
Okay. Oh, you can remember our address. How about Chicago?
Chicago, awesome, you guys.
I'll be there next week.
Georgia.
I'll be in Chicago next week.
New Jersey, awesome. So very different places. Now I'm going to have you all step up to your photographer. He'll take your photos, and then he's going to sit you down where the rest of the group is waiting. And I'm going to be with all of you guys shortly. You're good to step on up.
So again, the overall tour takes about an hour and 20 minutes because you have to factor in at least 20 minutes for moving over to the side.
My name is Sam. These wonderful folks in the back are my caboose. What that means is that they're the very end of my group, so I'm going to call on them every now and then just to ensure that we're still all together. Now, a few safety precautions before we officially begin. So, please keep in mind, this is a natural cavern. That means no matter tall nor short, this cave does not discriminate. There is a rock in here with your name on it. Please watch your head, watch your step, as there's a lot of water dripping from the ceiling ceilings above onto the grounds below, and wet means slippery. Use handrails where provided. Now, throughout your tour, you guys are going to see a lot of beautiful cave formations. We ask that you please do not touch these formations, as the natural oils on your skin can and will damage them. There's also going to be quite a few times where we have to pull over for other groups exiting the cave, as it is one way in and one way out. Those groups coming out are what we call outbound groups, and occasionally we will have to kind of pull over for them. Now, that could get a little uncomfortable at times, but I promise it's all worth it to see the beauty of Ruby Falls. Now, here comes the important one. You guys are going to be tempted to want to stop and take photos and videos throughout the tour. Taking photos and videos is fine and allowed, but please do not stop while doing so. The reason this rule is so important is because I am not allowed to stop for you. So if you stop for even just a few seconds, I'm going to keep moving, and you're going to create a big gap in our group. That gap is not only inconsiderate to the folks behind you, because they're going to struggle to catch up and miss out on important information, but also to yourselves for those same reasons. So please stay with me so that everybody can have the same awesome experience. I will be regularly watching you and enforcing these rules, so please don't get mad at me. I don't create them, but I do have to enforce them. Now, I'm going to play a quick video. This is going into the history of Leo Lambert, the man who discovered the cave. But before I do that, does everybody have a good view of 1 out of 2 of these naturally occurring flat screen TVs? Great, perfect. I'm going to disappear around the corner. I'll be back as soon as this video is over. Don't miss me too much.
Wait, you're disappearing?
As you
Yes,
use
I'm
the
disappearing.
please refrain from the use of gum and tobacco products.
First grade or
Stay
kindergarten?
with
Which grade?
and follow the
Second
safety
grade,
instructions. Watch your head, watch your step, and use
I
handrails.
teach,
where
but I teach high school, but I used to teach for little kids. So I didn't want to get a copyright strike by showing that whole video, so I decided to just, cut it off while the video was showing. But this is us walking deeper into the cavern. She is, giving us some information as we walk. And again, we will need to step aside as other people are coming through.
Alright guys, my group, as we exit Leo's bags, it's a big
Prepared? Please do not tickle these people as they walk by. Just make sure your hands are in your Alright, we are taking a left turn. Follow me. Now, for those of you that absolutely love to hear my voice, if you look around, you might notice that this level looks a little different than the rest of the day. No, I didn't get to see it. Makes it a lot easier for us to get in and out. Now, if you look around, to the right end of this tunnel, you're going to see some holes in the walls. Those holes are actually from dynamite sticks. Pretty cool stuff. If you look closely, you can see exactly where they drilled in. To the right here is the donkeys behind. This formation is a fan favorite.
The donkeys behind? What makes it a donkeys behind?
Oh,
see
right
it.
there, you see?
Oh, okay. I would have never said that, but I guess so. I see what you're saying. Donkeys behind. That's funny. As you can see, this is a beautiful cavern. And if you know anything about the founder of Ruby Falls, he actually named the Ruby Falls after his wife, Ruby. Oh, wow, look at that. Wow, it's beautiful. Oh, I'm ready to come through there. Oh, like a little city.
Alright guys, this time we're going to be getting to our left-hand side of the wall. Go ahead and place your backs to your left side for me. I'll run up and rearrange them for you.
You tall too.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Told us at the beginning to make sure that you hold on to the rail. So there was a lot of water. It was slippery. I was just praying to God, Lord, don't let me slip. Because I was in there by myself. My son was sitting in the car.
I'm going to pause you right here and take a few steps ahead. Alright everybody, now that we're in a more comfortable spot, we have now made it to our beautiful Hall of Dreams. Now something that I love about the Hall of Dreams, and I always point out to my guests, is if you guys look back at the ceiling up there, you will see thousands of stalactites, a few columns, and a few stalagmites. This is absolutely one of the most alive and active parts of our cave, and definitely one of my favorites. Now, speaking of being alive and active, if you look to our leaning tower, this is a column formation where a stalactite and a stalagmite meet together, and it's actually a special one, as this is the oldest and largest formation in our cave. Now I'm going to do something that all of my groups dread. I'm going to make you guys interact with me. Can anybody guess how old the Leaning Tower is? You can just shout it out, don't be shy. 5,420. You guys were very excited back there. Okay, you guys are actually pretty close. Both of you are pretty close. It is 4.5 million.
Oh,
years
Lord.
old.
You close.
You are close, but I appreciate it. Now, a lot of people ask me, how do we know how old it is? Well, after years and years of studying, we have discovered that it takes every formation in this cave 100 years to grow half an inch. Meaning anything taller than half an inch is older than our lifetimes. And the Leaning Tower, at 7 feet tall and almost 4 feet wide, is definitely our oldest. Now, I'm going to play yet another audio clip. This is another excerpt from Leo Lambert's diary. But before I do that, you know I have to check on my wonderful caboose. Can I hear from you? Choo-choo! Choo-choo! Okay, I love to hear it. All right, I'm going to play this clip and we'll get moving forward soon. Oh my gosh, I think that's my
Nature
favorite
is a
caboose I've ever
patient
had.
artist. With a growth rate of only half an inch every 100 years, the creation of formations in the cave spans centuries. Their distinctive shapes are miraculous. Fabric-like draperies flowing from limestone, curly helictites defying gravity, delicate straw-shaped capillary tubes hanging from the ceiling, and mounds of flowstone resembling lava. The shapes are determined by location and rate of water flow, with mineral content influencing their color. White from calcium carbonate, brownish red from iron oxide, and black from manganese. Every formation is a unique work of art.
All right, y'all.
Wow. That one's leaking.
Yeah, it dripped on me.
I'm talking about over there. It's like dripping heavy. Dang. This is so cool. Dragon's foot.
Tight up here.
This is the closest I ever been to Just cave diving. So,
I won't be doing any type of cave dive.
this is really good.
I know, cave diving. Sound like a death wish.
Look at those, right?
Now, directly overhead here is my favorite food. I believe it goes well with literally everything. It is our bacon.
Looking up through crevices along the path reveals hidden wonders.
Oh, wow.
Just when you think you've seen everything, something new catches your eye.
Those are like
Overhead formations like cave bacon with its covering from iron oxide always brings a smile to my face. Nature paints a beautiful and sometimes peculiar underground landscape.
potato chip. Oh, I'm sorry for the heavy breathing. I was doing too many big back activities, so. Of course, the lights and things weren't there when it first opened. Ruby Falls has been there for, over 50 years, well over 50 years. And so they've done a lot of renovations to it, as you can see. I think I've been here before. I think it was over 20 years ago, so I don't fully remember, but I have visited several caves between Tennessee and Kentucky in the last 20 years. They're going to say it in the video. You're going to walk about a mile going to the Ruby Falls, because you got to go through the cave to get to the falls and coming back. So it's a good mile. So, if you're out of shape, it's going to show.
Now, right there, as you might have seen and as you can hear, there is another group enjoying the waterfall inside of that room. So we kind of have to wait on them to get out. Now, while we are waiting, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of information about how far we walked and kind of just general context as to what's going on. So if you were wondering how far we've walked today, if you get your steps in, we have all collectively walked just under half a mile. That is 2,260 feet total, and we're going to walk that same distance back. By the time we get back to the elevator, we will have walked a full mile today. Speaking of the elevator, when you got off of it, you were 260 feet underground. Right now, we are 1,120 feet underground. Now, a lot of people ask me, how come we didn't notice that crazy change in elevation? It's actually because we haven't really been getting deeper. The mountain has been getting higher above our heads. We are closer towards the heart of Lookout Mountain. Now, I like to call this water the mother of this cavern. The reason is because all of that water over millions of years carved under every bit of limestone that you're standing under. So all of this empty space, all of the formations, all of it was eroded through what we call water carved action over so many years and created all of this. That's why it is the creator of this cavern. Now, all of that water is coming from a watershed system, meaning any water intake on top of the mountain is filtering through the ground to contribute to that big, beautiful waterfall in there. So rainfall, streams, irrigation, and even a cascade of other waterfalls, all contributing to what you're about to see. Since rainfall is the main factor helping it out, that means that the flow does fluctuate very heavily depending on how much rain we get. With a lot of rainfall, we will actually flood. With very little rainfall, we have never dried up, but we will get a waterfall resembling a garden hose. Now, this is the largest underground waterfall in the United States at 145 feet tall. Truly mesmerizing. You are all guaranteed to see it. However, please share the space with each other. Once some of you folks are done at the very front, make sure to move out of the way to let other folks get their photos, videos, and close looks in. Most of us are adults. I'm sure we know our manners. Now, while we're hanging out here, does anybody have any questions for me? Yes, what is your question?
Is he still alive?
He is not still alive. He passed away in 1958.
How did he pass away?
He had a heart attack. Very sad. He was pretty old though. He was in his 20s when he discovered the cave. In 1928, he was about 25. So he was closer to his 50s when he did pass away as well.
Did his wife pass away too?
She passed away a year after for what we call a broken heart. So yeah,
Aww.
1959. It is very romantic. They were in love. He named the waterfall after her. He really did love her.
How did he come up with the name Falls?
With the name Falls? Well, I think he just
Because
said,
it's a
oh, it's a
fall.
waterfall. So he took the word fall from waterfall. And then
didn't
Ruby
fall.
is the name of his wife. So he named
Yeah,
it
his wife, Ruby
How
Falls.
did she die?
Her broken heart.
Well, she kind of, it's this thing called stress when you get really sad, and sometimes it can make
Hurt
your heart
you.
really sad and it can break it.
Stroke out.
Those
Stroke
are
out.
therapy sessions.
Okay, let's sit down. I got a notepad. Let's do the therapy session. All right, so that group's actually about to come out in just a moment. I did kind of trick you guys. I said that would be the last group, and it was for half of you. So this is actually the last group for the other half. I'm so sorry. They're going to be walking through here. They're going to be out of your hair in just a jiffy. I promise for you folks, it's not personal. I just happened to... Welcome in, everybody. You can go all the way up to the railing. Go all the way up there.
I'm on the slip.
Yeah, but if you gotta go, if you wanna go, I'll get one of those. Don't take a picture first.
So that pretty much wraps this tour up. I just took a few pictures here at the end just to be, it's easier to see the picture sometime than the video, but so you can see a little bit more of the detail here. It was a beautiful experience, and I